changes. Seven with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field? 6-7. But seriously, Rich, we did the change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field? 6-7. But seriously, Rich, we did the change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field? 6-7. But seriously, Rich, we
6-7.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
You're live.
I'm sorry to open it up like this, guys, because, I mean, that's just sickening.
Sickening.
Sickening. I mean, hey, College Football Playoff Committee, what do you think about, if Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss?
Serious topic.
How could that affect maybe their ranking?
The 6th or 7th ranking.
6-7.
6-7, Rich.
Rich.
Well, not my name.
And then he calls him Rich. So first off, we answer the question with 6-7, right? And then he calls him Rich. It's not Reese, Rich. Well, actually, Rich. Like, dude. Listen, I know we've had the 6-7 discussion on this show.
It's not our fault.
And, like, there are times when it's funny. This is one time where it's like, come on.
Is it finally over?
What are we doing? I think he might have just killed it.
Did we just jump the shark?
I think 6-7 just died. Because that's bad.
Hey, Miss Lou.
Oh, Miss Lou.
Miss Lou.
That's bad. We're on national television discussing
6-7. Reese, Randy,
Rich, discussing the playoff rank. Like, this is a real question.
What happened to the sport that, like, don't...
And he said 6-7.
I hate peeking behind the curtain.
God, it really is. It really is ugly.
We care, and we care so much about this. Trying to get a coach over here.
Right.
And they just made a mockery of our search.
It's just like...
6-7.
I'll never understand that. It's just...
6-7. Rich. Randy.
Like, it's just, it's laugh, like, it's not funny in the sense of, like, oh, the joke. It's funny in the sense of, like, dude. Because it's a real question, but good morning to all of you. We appreciate everybody.
Also funny, I played the Miss Lou and Tom Granning in
Wait,
the chat.
run it.
Let that thing run.
Yeah, come on, send it through. Good morning to all of you. We appreciate everybody getting in here this morning and starting your Wednesday morning with us. This will be the last show of the week, as tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We are very, very thankful for you all.
It'll be the 6th or 7th Thanksgiving we've done.
Yeah, 6. Maybe 7.
Maybe 7.
God, make me sick. We appreciate you starting your morning with us. We'll be back Saturday at 2:30 for LSU. Oklahoma will be the next time we're discussing some LSU football. But we appreciate all you getting in here this morning. Sorry to open the show up like that with that clip.
No.
Because
if any show can.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You gotta tackle the news.
And hallelujah, it's not something that involves us. Like if it was like, hey, Coach, LSU's at 10-2, and they don't have another game this weekend. Do you think they would be able to get in, to the playoff? 6-7.
Yeah.
You know how mad we would be if it was LSU?
But it's tangentially tied to LSU.
Essentially. But, like, if it was LSU, we'd be like, this is who we have in charge?
That is it. Yeah.
Like, let's take a step back.
I mean, you can take this back to 2019. They weren't taking the college football playoff seriously. LSU was what? Not going to make it. They were like 2, 3, 4. And it's like, they're the best team in the country.
Right.
And we had to wake up early after the SEC championship and see where we're going to be ranked. It's like they just blew out everyone.
Right.
I don't like this.
Well, and this is essentially like a response to the Jordan Travis Florida State thing. It's like, hey, what's your,
They're not taking it serious.
like,
Whatever.
And so his response.
I'm glad we're not involved.
Hallelujah. It's to say 6-7. Worst day for Christian to not be here because Christian. I can only imagine his reaction. His reaction to that. He would have been red in the face, falling on the floor. But yeah, it's just like the last thing you ever want to do is peek behind the curtain, and it is 1,000% a flawed method.
It's worse than the Wizard of Oz. Like, oh, it's just a man.
Oh, it's just you.
Ugh, you're kind of gross.
Rich.
You rich? Like you're just doing this for?
Actually, rich. How
I guess it is like the Wizard of Oz.
You
in
go
a way.
0 for 2. You say 6-7, and when you're trying to answer a serious question, and this is the thing.
That man is 4 whiskeys
The
in.
reason why he said 6-7 was because Reese opened the question up with the 6th or 7th ranked. Right. That means that man didn't hear a single other word in the question. All he could think about was his 13-year-old son
his
or
nieces and
grandson
nephews.
being like,
"Oh, Dad, you did
He
it!"
turned into a 12-year-old. You heard
it has transcended time and space.
a grown man.
Even old people do it.
A grown man turned into a 12-year-old live in front of our eyes.
I'm trying to think of another trend that has gone, like that has been able to. I guess the gritty. Old people like to gritty.
Yeah. But the gritty's not like this is. This type of comedy is called brain rot.
Yes. Everybody's on TikTok.
The gritty was a dance, This is like. It's like you're making yourself look like an idiot. Don't
like just because I hearken this to like a political debate. For me, this is what I care about. Like this is my presidential debate. If LSU was involved or not involved, and we have a part of the committee going, "Oh, 6-7, Randy."
Jerry Morrison in the chat. Here's my jersey donation. Working on the hats this weekend. My sources are saying keep eyes peeled today. Get your popcorn ready. He says in quotes.
Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry. $10 super chat. 10 claps. Ready. Shout out to Jerry. We appreciate you, Jerry. Excited about those hats. But yes, free my boy. The jersey donation. The jersey's still expected to come in ahead of the bowl game. Make sure you can all pull up to Golf Suites and sign it yourself.
Yes.
In the news wire yesterday, we've got some news on what week's. Finally, some injury transparency. One thing we've been calling for all season, mostly with the quarterback, but now with Whit Weeks. It was very head-scratching to hear that it wasn't a major ankle injury, but then he's out for 3 games, and it's hard to get him back, and he's not bearing weight, and this, that, and then finally yesterday, Whit Weeks reveals that against Ole Miss, he broke his ankle
again,
the same ankle that he broke in the that he injured in the bowl game against Baylor, and then said it's a pain tolerance thing from here on out. no surgery needed. So no surgery is necessary.
Just broke my ankle.
But essentially, this is another look behind the curtain of LSU of when this injury first happened, it really was said as something that was not major. It was the picture was painted.
Everything's pain tolerance.
It's just like
if you think about it.
He's just a little banged up.
Yeah, a little Advil.
It's just a little banged up. Be all right. We'll keep evaluating him through the week. We'll see what he looks like this weekend. He played a football game on that
again, just to play with his brothers.
He broke it against Ole Miss. Then he plays
South Carolina.
Full game against South Carolina.
It's insane.
And then sits out some games, gets back out there. This past weekend against Western Kentucky just for a couple of snaps, but. This is the first peek behind the curtain of the 2025 LSU football season. The injury questions, the saying this is actually happening. This is the first one. Now, Garrett Nussmeier's one we're all going to be waiting on. It's like, what actually happened? Because if this is any telltale sign, we have no idea. This was told what weeks? We'll just evaluate him through the week. He'll be all right. Yeah, and it was like, wait, now he's not playing. Now he's not weight bearing. He broke his ankle.
The same ankle
in week 5.
And I don't know if they wanted this out there. This, to me, tells me that he's leaning towards coming back, right? You wouldn't want this out before the combine,
No.
right?
I
Or would
agree.
you, to be like, this is why he didn't play, and look at how tough he is?
There's two ways to paint the picture. I would more so say you would not say it if you were going into the combine, but you could easily pitch the other side of it, like that you would essentially allude to these are the reasons, this is why I haven't been
Just
playing
doesn't
well.
help that the way that the injury happened, and
Right.
then for it to happen again, and now it becomes, is he a liability? Like, is this thing going to be a career thing?
Right.
Because it was horrendous.
Yeah, I mean,
like when
they snapped
they
his leg.
snapped it back in place
Right.
on camera,
Right.
and then he hurts the same ankle. And before that, I would say he didn't look limited at all, right? Like, don't you think he?
No,
played?
he was rocking and rolling.
But I can see why he shaved his head now. He's full panic mode.
He's going through it.
Yeah,
He broke his
did.
the same
He
ankle.
rehabbed it.
Right. And so yeah, I mean, you can definitely look into it and try to see if you can convince. You could convince me either way that this announcement being made means he's coming, like leaning towards coming back, or also a little bit of damage control for professional football. I still lean towards Whitweek's coming back
Right.
because I just feel like the draft stock is not where it potentially could be, and I mean, I also think he loves college football.
Well, Ed, there's the potential of playing for Paul.
Paying for my daddy-in-law.
I think that would probably, as silly as it is, that does bear weight.
Yeah, I mean, good one.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't. I'm not going to say it won't have
Everything's
an effect.
on the table at this
Everything's
point.
on the table. At
But
this point.
it will be like, we say a 30 for 30. This could be a whole docu-series on the LSU 2025
No, this 2025
football
season
Like,
really-
the path had to be some really, get that out.
Yeah, we can't show that. Mm-mm. No, like this is I guess one of the first real this is what's going. You had a broken ankle and we
Nobody
Nobody knew.
Questionable? Probable? Whatever.
he played a whole game against South Carolina.
Need him.
He got a bye week to rehab.
He's on the
that.
other side of it.
Yeah, we had a bye week to rehab that broken ankle.
Tave it up.
God, more power to you, Whitweeks.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you pushing through.
2 claps. Ready.
But it is
2 ankles.
ready.
I mean, I would do one. I don't know what the classification is for firing for cause, but it's starting to look more and more like this man was not plugged in. You're
Well, it's just
starting
looking-
middle linebacker has a broken ankle. It's fine.
It's looking more and more messy, like it's just as time goes on, everything that set off alarms during the season was like, oh, we were right. Like when Whip didn't play the next game, I was like, wait, I thought this was just he banged up his ankle and he's just kind of
Non-weight
shake
bearing.
back a little bit.
No, that means
wait, he's in a boot. Wait, he's not. He's in a non-weight bearing boot. He's not playing this week, next week, or the next. And then now it comes out as a broken ankle. So, in other news, the coaching carousel begins to turn. What you got?
Real quick. It does set up for 18 to be justified.
Oh, 100%. Well, if he comes back, he's 18
that's
regardless.
almost like that would be the greatest thing that Brian Kelly's done in his tenure is to dangle the carrot in front of him, like, "Ooh, if you come back."
If he comes back, he's 18. What weeks? Honestly, you could make the discussion now. He should have been 18 this year.
Make him 18-18. And give him a patch, get whatever it takes.
All of it.
Just put it on the side of the helmet.
Ross Dellinger post in a quote tweet of Power Mizzou as they post. The University of Missouri Board of Curators just posted a public notice for a 3 p.m. meeting tomorrow. And then Ross Dellinger quote tweets it and says, this Board of Curators meeting on Wednesday is to authorize the university to move forward with a proposed, not finalized, new contract for Eli Drinkwitz, sources tell Yahoo Sports. There are several more steps in this process. No announcement is imminent. So there is a little more movement on the coaching front. Eli Drinkwitz's name obviously is pretty popular around the LSU, Florida, and potentially Ole Miss jobs, as he's kind of become in a sense, the second option to Lane Kiffin, like almost the backup plan for most spots. It seems like Missouri wants to hold on to their guy, wants to keep their coach. And Missouri is pitching an extension to keep Drinkwitz in Mizzou, which puts even more pressure on the Lane Kiffin news.
Does it not show the gravity of which the LSU job holds whenever you see everybody kind of sprint to, oh, do we need an extension?
Right.
Like, oh, I heard your name. How about this? And
Yes.
if you're a coach or if you're Jimmy Sexton or you're an agent, you go, perfect.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't even interested in that job, but sure,
yeah,
go ahead. I'll get
little
5
man.
more years and 90 more million.
Yeah,
Because
well-
everybody, I don't want to, because honest to God, where does Missouri go from there?
No, that's the thing is like Missouri is in a tough spot where it's like
You'll always be there.
right. Ole Miss can pivot. Like now, I think they pivot hard to Summerall if Kiffin is gone because it feels like Kiffin's gone. Jerry Morrison in the chat: Drink signing an extension. Florida looking at Summerall. Ole Miss will more than likely pursue Goalish or promote Golding. No official announcement from Lane Kiffin, but other teams' options will be narrowed down. Simple process of elimination. Yeah, no, I think this news of the Drinkwitz extension offer
More clarity.
brings more clarity, but also adds more pressure to the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes, right? Because now one of the other options that was out there is no longer an option, right? He takes his extension with Missouri, it gets finalized. Well, now there's more pressure on getting Kiffin because if you're Florida, you were going to pivot to Drinkwitz. That's not an option anymore. If you're LSU and you were going to pivot to Drinkwitz, not an option anymore. So it adds more pressure on Lane Kiffin. Now, I still sit here at 7:22 Wednesday, November 26th, very confident that Lane Kiffin will be announced as LSU's head football coach and that it will be other teams that have to pivot. I think that everything points towards Lane Kiffin taking the LSU job. Speaking of Ross Dellinger, he put out a write-up yesterday.
He's been working hard.
He's been working his tail off. If you have not seen it, we are working to get him on our show one day very soon to rehash all of the last month. But it has been very hard to iron down a time because he's just cranking out work. And but he also put out a write-out on Yahoo Sports. I'm going to read you a quote from it where he discusses the coaching carousel. He says, Kiffin represents the biggest domino of what's expected to be a historically busy coaching cycle. While his decision has been made to involve 3 places, Ole Miss, LSU, and Florida, signs continue to point toward one of those destinations. Florida officials have started to pursue other candidates, and Ole Miss administrators have begun to reach out to potential replacement coaches. 2 signals of Kiffin's possible intent. In Baton Rouge, things are mostly quiet as the program readies a multi-million-dollar offer for the coach. If or when Kiffin leaves, the dominoes really begin to tumble. So as you hear right there, there's 3 schools involved, nothing new there. And says, Florida officials have started to pursue other candidates. Ole Miss admin has begun to reach out to potential replacements. And LSU's just kind of sitting waiting on Kiffin.
And we have our insider, Jerry, with a $19 super chat, $20.
Come on, Jerry.
Look at Jerry. Florida looking at Summerall, Ole Miss, one like to pursue Goalish or promote Golding. Like, that's where they are because it feels, and we were talking about this before the show, of if we could look at this objectively and you weren't spurned by the LSU everything,
Right.
the ticker,
Yep.
the news, the carrying off the field, like there's a litany of mistakes or signs you could point to that go, this is never clean for LSU.
Never.
But if you're on the outside, it's like, oh, it feels like Lane Kiffin to LSU should happen. Like when you look at all of the other dominoes or
Yes.
signs. But when it's us, and when you're an LSU fan, or you've noticed how LSU does business, never clean.
Well, if you separate yourself from, like you're saying, you separate yourself.
That's what I'm
from
trying to do
LSU
yesterday.
and you be and you're objective. You would look at this and you would say, "Oh, Lane Kiffin, LSU." Like it's so easy to say if you take this, your heart out of it, right? If you remove your love for LSU and the PTSD from everything you listed out, the ticker, the carrying off the field, all of it, right? You remove those things. Yeah, it seems like it seems like it's done, right? But then you bring in the fact that you've been spurned before. You've seen You've had Tom Herman's going to be LSU's next head football coach. No, he's not. You've had
Expected
Jimbo
to
Fisher.
be announced.
You had Jimbo Fisher. Here it is, a shoe-in. Nope, it's not. It's actually Les Miles getting carried off the field. You've seen that Lincoln Riley seems like it's a done deal. They're looking at houses in Baton Rouge.
Bad brisket.
Right? I mean, it's terrible brisket. Oh, disgusting. So you've got the PTSD. So it's like I'm not really going to trust it, right? You also know Jimmy Sexton extremely well. So at the same time, it's like you look at everything with a magnifying glass. Every word that's written, word that's spoken, post that's made, picture that's taken, you look at everything with a magnifying glass. What is Jimmy Sexton actually trying to do? Because that's one thing about the man.
What's the play?
Nothing that's gotten out has been an accident. The man is a grand master of coaching searches.
This is his arena. We're playing his game.
Yes, we are all witnesses, right? It's the LeBron poster in Cleveland with Jimmy Sexton's face on it. We're all witnessing a master at work.
He doesn't miss. We've done this, and you have to look at who's on the other side of it.
Right.
Not only Jimmy.
Lane.
You're dealing with Lane Kiffin. I listened to Bomani Jones talking about him. He was irate. He's like, again with this man, he goes, I have never hated somebody more that I don't know. Because Lane Kiffin will not tell you, like, he doesn't give you anything. While he's always in the public eye, he doesn't give you the truth. And from Bomani's perspective, I guess, as a national reporter, where it's like that, it could be frustrating.
Right.
For me, because I'm involved, I'm enjoying the game because there's light at the end of the tunnel, possibly, where I don't care about anything that he's done as long as he ends up here.
Right.
And LSU has had plenty of that. But this also goes back to the binder.
Of course.
When Lane Kiffin was going, I'm going to hire the best coordinators in the country. And that's who that was. It was Lane Kiffin. Blocked.
Right.
Saban. Sexton. And it's like, oh, you can't. Those are mountains. So now you have to pivot. Now you have maybe those two mountains on your side.
Right.
With Nick Saban kind of kowtowing for the LSU job and how good it can be.
Everyone on game day was pitching Lane stay at Ole Miss
go to Florida.
Besides one man. It was Nick Saban. Sitting there going,
nah, lest y'all forget.
It's the LSU job.
Lest you forget.
Like,
look at the two imbeciles that have won there.
Right. Oh, and not only that, he's saying it from the perspective of, look at what they did with what I made. Like, what I created, they won with.
It's a 20-year program.
And you've had and that's where I come with the timing of this. Could not have worked out better for LSU, where LSU's finally in the position where you don't have to play it safe, in a sense. That's why you didn't go get Kiffin in 21. Because you couldn't go from O and how that ended to Kiffin and it fail, right?
Now you're
a
a fraternity.
Right. So you went from O to the safest pick possible, right? In Brian Kelly, which ended up being a flop. But I will say, left the program in a much better place than when he got here, right? And so now you're in the position to actually, Kiffin's matured a lot since the last time we talked to him, right, in 21, or talked about him. He's become a pretty good football coach, even better than he was. He's figured out this transfer portal thing better than anybody else. And LSU's in the position where, like, you know what? It's time to take the swing.
And as much as people have made fun of LSU for their disjointed behavior and kind of knee-jerk reaction to everything, it could have finally worked out in your favor. Like the knee-jerk to keep Les Miles.
Right.
And it's like, oh, I didn't know that's like y'all can do whatever. Like there's literally just never a final the knee-jerk to fire Will Wade. Like it's always something. And now it finally feels like the knee-jerk to, like I said, the A&M loss could be the biggest win maybe in the last, 5 years of LSU football? Because if they don't do it that way, if they don't publicly embarrass you, you don't have boosters 6 whiskeys in going, this can't happen. I mean, I was doing it. It's like, I don't have anything to give.
Right.
But you're watching and going, this can't be the program. Like, what makes money for the state? What makes money for all the boosters? What makes this thing go? LSU football. And if this is the state of it, pass the hat. We'll take a loss right now to be able to secure the future. And now that's what it feels like. LSU's knee-jerk reaction could finally line up for the first time with the Lane Kiffin timeline.
Right.
Because that's what it feels like he did. It's like, go get Lane.
Well, because it feels like you said, this was kind of the script that we had in our mind when the firing first happened, right? You hand it off to Frank. You let Frank restore the
order,
the program, right? Get things back in line. Get players to care again. And
don't let anybody leave.
Keep the roster and the recruiting class together. And then you get a coach like Lane Kiffin, right? That you take your swing, you go get him. He also keeps Frank around. Couldn't have worked any better. That's the script, right?
Yes.
If you hear Lane Kiffin announce on Saturday as LSU's head football coach, that's the script. That it worked out. It worked. And so, right now, as we sit here, as we speak, LSU's in a good spot. Everything's pointing towards that. Drinkwitz taking the extension at Missouri, adds pressure to Ole Miss and to Florida, but it doesn't add pressure to LSU because I think LSU's confident where they stand with Lane Kiffin. What I will ask you is now that, Drinkwitz to Missouri, they have that meeting, that discussion, that contract extension. The page would then turn to John Summerall, right? He would be the next guy. He's the next hottest name around these jobs. Kiffin goes to LSU. You're John Summerall, Lloyd. You are the Tulane head football coach right now, where you've gone and had you've gone on your run. You are being courted by both Florida and Ole Miss. Same offer to both places. Auburn as well. I'll throw them in the mix too. What job do you take?
My brain goes to the same thing that kind of Lane Kiffin was, I guess, weighing in his mind of why leave, right? Whenever Tulane has money and you're in a conference that
you can get in the playoff every year. And so why would I go to the belly of the beast, whether it be Missouri, Florida, Auburn, Ole Miss, and now I'm and is status that important to you to be like, I'm an SEC head coach? Or I could continue to live in New Orleans, not a bad gig, continue to coach my ass off at Tulane, and continue to get into the playoff. Now, can you win a national championship? Unlikely. But do you just keep doing what essentially Lane Kiffin did? Wait it out, wait for maybe an even bigger job? Or do you view Tulane as lesser than Ole Miss, Florida, Auburn? And then even if you're there, what's the next? Like, that's just a stepping stone to a stepping stone, right? Right.
Like, you have to view this in tiers of here's up here, here's the middle, here's kind of where everyone else is.
Right. I guess this is where the conversation would come in, where the conversation around Summerall to LSU, right? Which would be, I would assume, similar conversation around if it's Alabama or like the tier 1 jobs that ultimately everybody wants. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan, LSU, Alabama, Texas,
Penn
State, Georgia, go to Oregon, go down the list. Most of those places are not going to take a flyer on Tulane's head football coach, right? And so, because I agree with your thought process of like, how much of a jump is it really? Where I can just continue to win here, continue to get in the playoff here at Tulane versus going in and grinding it out at Ole Miss, Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, wherever, right?
To win 6 games for 3 years.
Right.
And then possibly get fired and get a buyout.
But to me, obviously, like we've always said, coaches are they think they know best, always, right? And they're going to bet on themselves, and Summerall's that type of guy, right? I mean, how much of a jump was Troy to Tulane? I mean, it was a jump, but was it that big of a jump, right?
Who cared?
Right. To me, there's 2 jobs with Summerall's name. Auburn, because one, I believe his wife is from Alabama. So close, you've got the familial ties similar to Lane to Florida. Ole Miss, Summerall was the offensive line coach in Oxford in 2018, I believe, or maybe prior, but still has some good connections in in Oxford, Mississippi. And I think Ole Miss views Summerall as a guy that you can plug right back into the seat that Lane is leaving. And it's not going to be the same, right? But he can keep that excitement and the buy-in the same somewhere around the program.
He's coded the same way of like intensity, excitement.
Right.
He's been very active on Twitter.
And so if I'm John Summerall and I'm weighing out those options, Florida, Auburn, Ole Miss, or staying at Tulane, I'm leaving Tulane. I respect you, Tulane, but this is the time to make the jump. Because then if I want one of those bigger jobs to offer me a contract, that's the spot where you get that nod, right? You get it at Lane wasn't going to get that nod at FAU, right? But he's getting it when he's at Ole Miss. He's proven he's done it there. So for Summerall, it's like, okay, it's time to take the jump. If I'm picking out of those 3 jobs, I'm going to Oxford. If I'm weighing out Auburn, Florida, Ole Miss, I'm going to Ole Miss.
Because it's funny the way you talk about these things, right?
Right.
Like Blake Baker can't be LSU's head coach. He's never done it before.
Right.
It's like, so what if he was the head coach at FAU and he goes 20-4? And it's like, oh, he's done it there, but he hasn't done it at the SEC. But he did coach in the SEC.
Right.
So you keep finding all of these platitudes to be able to justify the hire, whenever it just maybe those things do they matter? In the grand scheme of things, does it matter? Like, if you're a winner, don't you win? Like, winners win, losers lose. Brian Kelly is a loser, even though he was a winner, but he was such a winner that he quit. Essentially was like, all right, this is I'm riding into the sunset, unbeknownst to everyone at LSU. If you're Summerall and you look around and you go, I think so highly of myself, and rightly so.
Right.
Do I want to go risk it to be able to be, like I said, bowl eligible at Ole Miss for a year, 2 years, and then they're looking around like, what are we doing with this guy? We just had Lane Kiffin. Do we continue to look for the next Lane Kiffin? Or do you get any runway to be able to do the job? Because Auburn won't give it to you. You've seen that happen multiple times. Like, they'll fire me.
Right.
Like, I'm not even working there. It's like, you're gone. And
that's the biggest knock for the Auburn job right now is they don't give you.
But then you're just like, well, they'll pay me out.
Right,
but I don't think that's what Summerall's interested in.
No, I think.
Or do you stick at Tulane and go, a lot of smoke around Sarkisian at Texas, a lot of smoke at.
Yeah, but does Texas take the swing at a Tulane coach? You know what I mean? Or do they take a swing at the guy that went from Tulane to Ole Miss and cranked out 8 wins year one? Then 10 wins and
right, and so it's more impressive to do it obviously in the SEC. So
right.
That's why you take the leap.
That's why you take the jump. Because look, for some people, right, sitting at Tulane, which no disrespect to Tulane, being there and winning the American and getting in the playoff every year, it's a nice gig.
You could do that for 20 years.
But Summerall's a 43-year-old head coach. Made the jump from Troy to Tulane, and this is the time, right?
Capitalize when your name's hot.
Capitalize when your name's hot. Get the contract and get the gig, you know? And if I'm him, I'm taking Ole Miss because that's the one that I believe has the best resources for me to be successful up front, but also will give the leeway to get the ship right. Because I think the way Lane leaves will create the kind of the Ed O conversation of like, wait, give him some time. Remember what he took over. Remember what happened before he got here, you know? And so I feel like Ole Miss, it's kind of the perfect mix of both. They've got the booster support, the excitement around you, they want you, and you kind of get somewhat of an excuse to not get it right away.
Not only an excuse, but you become like, they're going to love you because of how everything just played out. They're like, oh, this is the next guy. Like, we don't even care about the last one. We want this one because he wanted to be here. And that's how, obviously, it worked out for Ed Orgeron, was one of us. Like, he wants the job so badly, and you wanted somebody that was previously holding it out.
Right.
And it becomes, oh, we're all in on this guy. And it's kind of where LSU is right now with get Brian Kelly out, and it's all in on Lane Kiffin because he can make it a winner. If you're Ole Miss and you get spurned, and you look at the next guy that goes, oh, he would crawl over glass to get here.
Right.
And that's Summerall. And then so he gets all of that. Like, I don't think there's any buyback from Ole Miss. They probably put more money into the program to be able to go, like, this is the guy that we've always wanted. Like, we knew Lane was a mercenary. He was going to leave at some point anywhere. It is what it is. This guy is the guy.
Right. The term that I've liked Lane being called is he's a climber.
Yeah.
He climbs. You know what I mean? Like
whether it be east to west or north or south.
He's climbing.
Forever on the mountain.
Right. He's climbing. And it's the time for him to take the next step, and I believe it's LSU. And if I'm John Summerall, I'm looking at Oxford. I'm answering that phone call. And then that leaves Florida and puts Florida in an interesting spot. I think Jed Fish's name is obviously extremely popular around that gig. Maybe not by Florida fans. Speaking of popular names, North Texas coach Eric Morris is expected to become the next coach at Oklahoma State. Morris is set to coach out North Texas' remaining games, including both a potential American Conference title game appearance and a college football playoff bid. And Lloyd, obviously, you have brought his name up many times. Your thoughts on Oklahoma State hiring
home run
the North Texas coach?
It feels like the perfect fit for them, right? Like it's always been somebody that's a school that you look at, you think offense first. You think of a passionate fan base that has been looking for, like, they had Gundy forever.
Right.
And perfect fit.
You know who the coach was before Gundy?
I couldn't tell you.
Les Miles.
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, when he almost beat Texas.
It was Les.
And that got him the LSU job.
He got the LSU job, and they hired Gundy, and it's been him for decades.
20 years.
Isn't that crazy?
And now this is and look, if you're Eric Morris, they got T. Boone Pickens still is somewhere in the grave. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but they got T. Boone Pickens money. And so then this becomes one of those things where it's stepping stone, but just in a different way,
right.
And zero pressure.
No pressure.
I'm excited for it because I do, like, there's an alternate universe. If you're LSU has put themselves, the fan base, the collective, all of the boosters of, like, we don't do that.
Right.
Oklahoma State's in the perfect spot to go, oh, let's go find the next up-and-coming guy. We just had a tenured head coach. And you go, well, what's next? This is the sexiest hire you could make if you're Oklahoma State.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like,
no,
look at what he's done. He brings you a quarterback. He brings you offense. It's slamming the paddles against the wall. It's all those things where you feel like you're automatically back in kind of like a conversation as opposed to where you just were, which is anemic.
Right. Well, you've turned the page from the old guy that couldn't get with the new program, to the young up and coming.
Well, you tried to get QR codes on the helmet.
Right.
Let's see, what are we talking about?
Just couldn't figure that thing out.
What are we talking about?
So now you take the young hotshot.
Right.
And I think, this is the swing you make. And Brandon Hollingsworth in chat makes a really good point. Arkansas is insane for not going after him. That they are the biggest loser in that. A great hire by Oklahoma State. Arkansas, what are you doing? Like, that was the guy. It was right there.
They're going to end up with Patino. What's his name?
Petrino. Patino is the basketball coach.
Also is at Arkansas.
One piece of that conversation, though, one more that I will bring up, is the Oklahoma State letting him coach out the conference and the college football playoff. From both perspectives, I'll ask you, if you're North Texas, obviously you're North Texas, you're fine with it. Like, this is it's the Ole Miss conversation, just on a lower level. You're fine with it. Let him finish this thing out. And if you're Oklahoma State, and this is where I would say LSU probably is with Kiffin, is why not?
I'll sacrifice a little to have a lot.
It doesn't affect me to let you coach this thing out. If we've got a deal done, right? If I'm LSU, you're Lane Kiffin. We shake hands, deal done, right? And Lane wants to coach this thing out, and you're LSU, why not, right? Like, what would be the biggest pushback against it?
Recruiting or whatever. Transfer portal. But that's what I'm saying, where it's like, this is not a deal breaker for me.
Right.
It's you. What the thing you're the most nervous about is if he coaches it out at Ole Miss, continues to wins a national championship, and they go, we can't have him leave. Right? So you're kind of dancing with the devil a little bit, but if you have a agreement, and that's what LSU's been trying to do, is trying to get a decision finalized without it being finalized.
Right.
It's like, no, we signed something, but it's not a contract. It's the way that Brian Kelly's fired, but he's not fired. And so you're trying to get that, like, look, no, we have it in writing, but it's not actually, you can wiggle out of this if you want.
Right.
If you're North Texas, like Eric Morris said, you've never, ever, ever in one single second been in a part of the college football playoff conversation. Yeah, buddy, do whatever you want. Like, we know who we are. And that's where I think that Ole Miss should have kind of looked at it the same way and just said, fuck it. But just like, why cause all this consternation and essentially force him out? Because you were trying to be first to the podium to say, no, I want the divorce. You're not fired, I quit. That's what Ole Miss has done. Whenever it could have just been, look, there's a lot of smoke, there's a lot of noise, and it's probably if we all look at this thing objectively, he's probably going to leave. But we've never been here before.
Right.
And what are the chances of he continues to make a push, and it goes, damn, maybe he does look around a little bit the longer he stays, and he goes, why not? Like, why leave? Instead, you said, get out, and now you're throwing away a year in which you've never been more successful just because you're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the ego. It's all it is.
because I would say that Ole Miss has handled it well besides that first initial freak-out panic. Like, what? No.
But then after that, it's done. That's how you handled it.
Right, and then you shot yourself in the foot. Everything since then
It's damage control that you
has
can't.
been damage control that you've put yourself in a position, but it's just
Like, this
You
is
shot
not, like,
yourself
how
in
clean of a transition is this for North Texas? Like, fine.
it's smooth. And I get it because it's different, right? This is North Texas to Oklahoma State. They're not on the same
Right, this is a jump.
Group fight, like this is for Lane's Ole Miss, it's a jump. But
But it hurts your
are
feelings.
teams that play each other every year that are like literally you get 3 teams that you play every season. Ole Miss and LSU play each other every season. It's the Magnolia Bowl, like it's a rivalry game. It's a game that every time it's been played since 2019 was the last time the away team won.
Right. And it does hurt your feelings because it makes you feel lesser than.
Of course.
Because you look at Ole Miss probably looks at it and goes, why is LSU better than us? We've done the same thing, and now
Right.
we're actually been better the last 3 years. And like you want to leave to go there, and then you have to look at yourself in the mirror objectively and go, well, they can fit our stadium in their stadium and then some. And then saying it is a different job.
And they have a trophy room.
A war chest.
And that's where I want to play this clip of Andy Staples and the On 3 podcast talking. It should be the LSU expectation, where they discuss the job opening. They compare the LSU and Ole Miss gigs. Because I think that's where a conversation has changed is over, the last weeks or so on social media. Ole Miss fans, obviously, in their feelings, have began to speak as if LSU's not a better job. Because it was, a 13-10 loss to Western Kentucky. Why do you think they fired the coach? That Ole Miss has, been better than LSU over the last couple of years? Yeah. Why do you think they fired the coach and they're trying to hire yours? That doesn't mean it's a better gig. It just means you've got the better.
You have potential to be better.
Right. And so this is. But
And-
I like this conversation, this point that was made.
Well, and Andy obviously is a
Florida guy.
right. It's a little butthurt. I would imagine because they were in, and now it feels like they're out.
Yeah. Oh, they had it.
I don't know if it's possible, or it is possible, but I guess I don't think that it's impossible to change as a human while not changing the fabric of who you are, which is he's a climber. He's been a climber his entire life, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think that Ole Miss is a wonderful job. I think that Ole Miss can win a national title maybe as soon as this year. I don't know. They are a really good team, and they have proven for 2 years in a row now that they were able to get enough good players to be considered to be in that. And I think that as long as the rules stay the way that they are now, that'll continue to be the case. But Ole Miss's ceiling is LSU's expectation. And I think when that happens, you are going to have financial advantages, you're going to have geographical advantages, and you're going to have administrative and fan support advantages that just don't exist at these other places. So if you're going to put me on the spot right now and say, hey, where do you think Lane Kiffin is going to go? or why do you think Lane Kiffin would go? It's because, it's the nicest house in the nicest neighborhood. You can buy a house in a nice neighborhood and renovate it and make it awesome, but it's still not going to be the mansion down the street. I think that LSU was the mansion down the street. And I think LSU would speak to Lane Kiffin on that level.
Andy is sick hearing that.
I mean, I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah.
I mean, like that is exactly the conversation, right? I mean, I love the analogy to getting a house and remodeling it, right? You can make it look real good, but it's still not that one. It's still not the cathedral of college football. The expectation at LSU is the ceiling at Ole Miss, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference between the two jobs. Ole Miss's season like this is nice. Yes, like you've put together a 10-win season. You've got a chance to go for 11 wins and play in the college football playoff. That is the expectation at LSU. Virgil Osbury sat at a press conference and said it's a 12-team playoff LSU should be in every year. That's the athletic director of the school. Showing the pressure and the position that LSU's in, they should get in every year. They're two different jobs. And that's kind of where the conversation, I think, will turn next week, when kind of the speculation and the sweepstakes, the Kiffin watch, that all quiets down. If/win, right, we'll bring that back, if/win, Lane Kiffin takes the LSU job, it's a wake-up call for those other two spots, right? Ole Miss, you got to sit back and accept it. You're not on the same playing level. You are a stepping stone school. And that's okay.
It's hard to swallow, though.
But you've got to accept it. But that's just what it is, right? You should have known that when you took Lane. You took a flyer on him. You gave him a chance. It's worked out. He's made football fun for you. You've won 10 games for 3 years, 4 years. You've got a chance to make the college football playoff. Enjoy it. He's going to take the next step he was always going to. Whether it was LSU, whether it was Florida, whether it was Alabama, or whether it was USC. He was always going to take the next step.
And you knew that when you hired him.
Right.
But now your expectation has changed. Why? Because you've enjoyed it? Like, that's the only thing that, nice. Like, whatever you hired him, you're like, if he does well here, like, we know what the deal is. It's right. Lane Kiffin, and people are going to come calling. And it's like, all right, well, this is a fun experiment. But now you fell in love with him, and you go, well, what do you mean you're leaving? Wait, no, why?
You're not allowed to leave. That's not how this works.
I mean, look at what we've done here.
That was the plan from the jump, guys.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
This is a rehab again.
And then, but the real conversation is, it comes that, like, Florida's got to sit and look themselves in the mirror, right? And I'll save a lot of this conversation for after the fact when the decision's made. But it's kind of, and I've said it, I'll say it for both sides, for LSU and Florida. If Lane takes the other one, the other program's got to look themselves in the mirror. If Lane takes the Florida job, LSU's got to be like, okay,
Eric Morris.
Why not? Like, why didn't he choose us, right? Look in the mirror. If he takes the LSU job, which all signs are pointing towards, and if I was putting every dollar in my bank account on him taking one gig, it would be the LSU job. Florida's got to look in the mirror and be like, maybe we're not who we think we are. You know?
And same thing with Arkansas, because Jerry put it in the chat. Shout out Jerry, another super chat, where he says, Oklahoma State got a steal on Eric Morris. From what I heard, Franklin asked Ark for more money to bring on staff, and they said they don't have it. And it's Arkansas going, no, we're all in on James Franklin. Like, that's the program we think we are.
Right.
We're not taking a lesser-than coach. And Oklahoma State's like, we will. Well, hell yeah. And that's like where Ole Miss was with Lane Kiffin. It's like, we'll take a chance, because where are we right now?
Right.
Destitute. And so, if this guy can get us to
I would say
some feeling of prominence, and then he'll probably leave.
I would say it's almost in a sense where LSU was in 21. You know who else got hired in that cycle? Oregon hired their head football coach that cycle. But you're LSU,
you didn't want to take
right?
a coordinator.
You're LSU. You're not going to go get Kirby's DC, right? You're not going to go get Georgia's defensive coordinator. Instead, we're going to go snag the winningest head coach of all time. Which, boom, big splash. Yes, I get it. But sometimes you've actually got to be like, okay, actually, what's best for us? And this is one of the few times with Kiffin where it feels like the hottest name out there, the biggest splash, is also the best fit.
Right.
You look back at 21, you're like,
Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning was right there. And if he's at LSU, it's a monster.
But you look at Georgia, you go, we don't need to take their extras. We don't need
their
to take their
defense
scraps. We want their
right?
head coach.
But Oregon was in the position where they were like, you know what?
Chip
Mario
Kelly-
just left us to go to Miami.
Chip Kelly left us.
It's the time to take the swing, right? And they
Because if you
They
are,
did.
I mean, look at the coaches around the country that are the best, the most prominent coaches right now, right?
Kirby Smart, Dan
Coordinator,
Lanning, Ryan Day.
coordinator,
Yeah, I mean, go down the list. They were coordinators.
Sarkisian, coordinator,
Kiffin, coordinator.
and
they're all kind of attached to one man.
Yeah, there's
Day.
one tree that bears a lot of fruit.
Besides Ryan Day, I mean, they've all.
Well,
they
the
all
herb
were-
tree.
They all were coordinators for Nicholas.
But that's what that's where if you're LSU, you look like, man, there's kind of a way to do this, and you keep doing it you think you're better than doing it that way. We don't want somebody else's second fiddle.
Right.
Like, that's why you don't go, oh, man, you can go get Dan Lanning from Georgia. What, their defensive coordinator? He's not a head coach. He's never done it before.
No, we're going to go get a head football coach that's we're going to go
A
get
prominent
Lincoln Riley,
institution.
Brian Kelly. Go down the list of the names that were up. Dave Aranda. Like, we're going to get a head coach.
Right.
That's who LSU is, right?
And that, to wit, has not worked. When people island hop like that, it really hasn't. Matt Rule.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially in the timing when that happened, right? The two big hires were
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley to USC, Brian Kelly to LSU.
Dan Lanning slipped under the radar.
Right. But you took a swing on guys that have done it one way for a long time, and the sport changed in an instant. That's the one flack that I will cut Brian Kelly in the whole mess of it all, is the fact that he took the job expecting one thing and it changed. Because really, if you look for Brian Kelly, should have stayed in South Bend.
Easier job.
Easier gig in the new era, right?
And he thought, I need to go to LSU.
Because it's going to be easier.
You can see why he stopped trying.
Of course.
I thought I was going to get all the players. I thought,
Right.
Being the SEC, and I've coached and won so many games, and it's all been with whites. What if I get some Louisiana talent in here, and it's like, oh, y'all just go do the thing.
Right.
And I'll sit back and watch. And it became, oh, we have to pay? He's like, I'm not paying anybody.
Right.
$1 million?
Right.
And then it turns out, no, I'm going to give $1 million because now I'm desperate and I need to look like I care. So what do you do whenever you don't care and you have a problem and you have money? You
just
throw money at
You
it.
cut a check.
And that's what he did. And then you still have to coach him. Still have to do the job.
Yeah, and like I've said, coaching is more important now than it ever has been before. Players leave all the time. It's a new roster all the time. You've got more talent than you've ever had at school. Like, that's why schools like Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, they've been able to pick up some scraps from these other schools in the portal. Ole Miss put together some competitive rosters through the portal. And so then the pressure falls on your coach. The mindset you instilled and the ability to play call and do those things.
Well, and you have the best example probably of somebody that has dominated the era since it's changed. Who's the hardest working man in college baseball? Who's the hardest working man in college athletics?
Jay Johnson.
And that's what it takes.
No,
Like,
I
you
mean,
can
that's-
be at LSU, that's great. But whatever you marry that brand with effort, you get 2 national championships in 4 years. So that's the potential,
Right.
but you have to do the work. And it's not easy. Is it easier? Sure.
Yeah, you
Easier sell, but you still have to buy.
I mean, just because
sell me this pen.
Just because I have Cade Anderson, Anthony Einson, Stephen Milo, go down the list of these guys, doesn't mean, right, I'm just going to win by rolling the ball out there.
No.
No. I have to, guess what I have to do? I have to pinch hit Jake Brown for Chris Stanfield in the 4th inning against Arkansas.
Because he doesn't, because I know.
Because you just thought you made a chess move But really, I had one in my back pocket, and you just got God. He's going to hit a 2 RBI single, and we're ahead in this baseball game. Like
something you never. Why would you put a lefty?
I have talent, right? Like
have another one.
The players are good, but I still have to put in the effort of. I mean, what do they put on the board before every single game? This is what you need to do to help us win.
This is your role.
This is your role in this game. You do this, we win.
I mean, we're not scholars.
That's preparation.
But he pretty much lines it up for us and says, if you study this part of the test booklet, you will pass. This is the best thing for you to be able to help objectively us as a unit, complete team, pass the test.
Right.
And he goes, okay, you just have to worry about questions 5 through 9. I think, okay, cool. I'll come in the 4th. You're like, be ready for that. Okay,
right.
Shit, I had no clue that was going to happen until you told me.
Right. But
and then guess what else he did? Look at what he's done in the portal.
Right.
You go get Anthony Ianson, who everybody was like, who's that?
Daniel Dickinson from – I mean, those two guys were at – what was it, Utah Valley State? And I don't even remember where Anthony Ianson was at.
San Diego somewhere.
Community college. I mean, he was playing in front of 50 people.
And guess who one of them was? Jay Johnson.
Crazy Cheese Whiz in the chat.
Oh, hell yeah.
$5 super chat. Sounds like the jersey is covered. This is for Christian's new haircut. Crazy Cheese Whiz, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Don't forget, every single day we're brought to you by All About Inflatables. AllAboutInflatablesDS.com is the website. Type it in, hit enter, and then you see the big red button in the top right. Click it. It'll walk you through the step-by-step process to get yourself your bounce house or your water slide. But as it starts to get colder, or supposed to get colder, in the winter season, All About, the team over there, is begun. All About Holiday Lighting is the next venture, and they're doing great work putting lights on residential and commercial buildings. 225-276-0678 is the phone number. But really all you have to do is go to allaboutholidaylighting.com, fill out the form there, and you can get a free estimate. They'll come out, check out your roof to put the lights on, your home or your business, and they do storage, design, all of that for you. Very, very easy, simple at All About Holiday Lighting. Go to allaboutholidaylighting.com, and you'll get to look at some of the lights they've done and the process which they do it, and everything they offer over at All About Holiday Lighting. We appreciate everything they do for us. We will take a quick break here as we've run right up on hour number 2 here on this Wednesday morning, and we'll be right back with more Tingle & Co. after this.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Where's Chrissy?
Christian hosting the show over there. See what happened? We let him sit in the big chair one time. Now he's sleeping in.
I mean, for no reason panicked.
He freaked out.
It's the end of the show. You can kind of do whatever.
It's hilarious.
Like, I could get if he had to open, and like, I mean, there's a reason I'd dodge it. I don't want to do it at all.
Right.
But like, if you left with 10 minutes to go back, all right,
Close
boys.
this thing out.
Yeah, it's easy. Kind of already got the conversation started. There's people around. I can read the chat, and he just clamored because I think
Closing
he saw
the show out is the easiest thing to do.
It's the most fun you can have. Once it's already over.
All right, guys. See y'all tomorrow.
I think you saw how small he looked in the chair.
I think so too.
And he was like, "Oh,
it was jarring."
It's a big seat to fill. That's why I don't do it. I'm comfortable over here."
He did look very small in said chair.
I have left the producer desk before.
You have?
That was fun.
Yeah, short-lived.
Not really. It's a year.
Oh
With
yeah,
Stewie.
Yeah, Stewie. But I mean, still, Stewie, y'all would take shifts.
Yeah, it would rotate.
You'd be back in the chair. You can't leave it too long.
I guess there is a little bit of comfortability over here for me.
You like it?
I feel like I don't like when other people have to do it.
Right. I hate doing it.
Yeah, as much as I've run from hosting, you've run from production.
Oh no, I can do this all day. I'll talk all day. I don't want to fiddle with all those.
And that's what's funny to me is like that's the same. Like that would be more fun than this. And I'm like, no, I'd rather do this.
Right.
It's what you're comfortable with.
Yes, that's what it's all about. That's why it works. LSU does have a football game.
Raylan, get figured out.
Yeah, later. There's this. LSU does have a football game on Saturday, 2:30 p.m. kick. LSU at Oklahoma. The Sooners, obviously, with their college football playoff lives on the line, they've lost, 2 football games this year? They lost to Texas earlier in the year and then Ole Miss just a couple weeks later. 2 weeks, to be exact. They get a big win over Mizzou last weekend, 17-6. as their defense shows out again. And they've got their playoff lives on the line against LSU at 2:30 p.m. What I will say about this Saturday is if you want to have joy watching it, just take the under. It'll put a smile on your face. Even though it's, 38.5, Glenn said yesterday?
That was shockingly low.
A 38.5 point over-under. But is it that shocking? Because it's two very good defensive teams facing off. I mean, Oklahoma's the best defense in the conference.
The only reason I guess I say it was just 52.5. And then you fast forward 1 week.
36.5
38 dropping. So they're saying LSU might not score 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially what they're banking on is like a 17-7 game.
We'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be watching the game.
I don't have a choice. But it's also like you would hope that at some point you have the Brandon Taylor effect. If I can't,
you want to play spoiler, and that's.
If I can't go, you can't go neither.
And I think I cut one of the Frank clips was him talking about playing spoiler, from his press conference on Monday. Where when you look at this game, that's the mindset, right? If I can't get in, neither can you. Play spoiler. But I say that to say you can have that mindset, right? It comes down to, do you have the ability to actually do it? And I was asked the question yesterday.
Oh, and your cool little radio hit that you do.
On the radio spot. And Sean Fox asked me, he was like, does LSU have a chance on Saturday? Basically was the question. He was like, if they were going to have a chance, what would it take? I said, well, defensively, they would need to force turnovers, put the offense in position to kick field goals or get in the end zone, get pick sixes. Special teams, win the field position battle.
You're going to kick field goals.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if LSU is going to win, it's going to be because defense forces turnovers, special teams wins the field position where you can get good returns with Berryon and with Xavion. You get Chadwick to punt the ball well. Burrell kicks it out every time. Ramos knocks field goals in. And then offensively, you empty the clip. That drive against Arkansas, where you ran 4 trick plays in a row,
that's your offense.
That's your offense. Do everything you can to get down the field, right?
Arkansas was on skates.
Do everything. If LSU wants a chance to win on Saturday, lock down defense, force turnovers, win field position with special teams, kick field goals, make them. You're going to kick them, so make them. And then offensively, empty the clip. You can't take any of the trick plays with you. I want Jawan Johnson playing quarterback. I want Michael Van Buren read option. I want to throw to this receiver, back to me, back to you. I want Jawan Johnson
backyard this
play,
shit.
Throw Xavion Thomas end around, throw Trey Green at quarterback. I don't care. Empty the clip, do it all. It's the last game of the year. Close this thing out.
Yeah, that's your chance to play spoiler.
For us, we want to go 8-4, right? We want to go 8-4 right now. We're sitting at 7-4. In the month of November, we're sitting at 2-1, undefeated at home. So I try to find the good that they can see. All right, we're 2-0 at home in the month of November. All right, we're 2-1 in a very difficult month. How do you finish? How do you want to be remembered? How do you want your legacy to go out? We can go out here and go play the way we're capable of playing to the best of our ability and see where the chips may fall. We can go out here and raise a white flag and say, no one expected we're not going to the playoffs. What's your legacy? How do you want this team to be remembered? And 8-4 is a lot better than 7-5, right? And so for us, it's about self-reflection. It's about how we want to be remembered. It's about going on the road, playing a top 10 team who will be favored to beat you, right? And so here's our underdog story. All right, let's talk about that, and then let's prepare, and let's see. Let's just see how we perform when our backs are against the wall. We've been here before, and our week of preparation will determine that.
I mean, you're fighting Tigers back against the wall.
Fight like Tigers.
Better go for it on fourth down. That was one thing that Lloyd said in the break that I forgot to say. All those things. Special teams, get good returns.
Yeah,
boot out
we
the
know
end
what the
zone,
field
win
goals are. Get rid of them.
Go for it on fourth down. Like, just empty the clip. Give yourself every opportunity to play spoiler and to pull this thing off.
I wouldn't even mind if you coached yourself into a loss. If you went for it every time and did trick plays and onside kicks and fake punts and like,
you should do the polar opposite of Alabama. Against Alabama, you tried to win that football game straight up, and offensively, you couldn't score. So you couldn't do it. Right?
Can't cut the mustard.
You played it safe. You tried to. This one should be the polar opposite. And I know we could look back at it after and be like, well, maybe they shouldn't have taken all these chances. No, the season's over. The game's over. Empty the clip.
The defense will play.
Give yourself every opportunity to win that thing. This weekend, though, quite the slate of football games. And, Lloyd, we're going to go down. We're going to pick who we have in some of these rivalry matchups.
This is probably one of the best weeks of college football.
It is. It's excellent.
Because you see, Egg Bowl.
Everything comes out. You got flags getting planted in logos. You got
was that last year?
Yeah,
that was cinema.
You've got Michigan and Ohio State. It's getting broken
Bryce
up
Underwood.
Dude.
They can't plant a flag or else you get arrested.
There you go. Ole Miss.
It's a felony.
Ole Miss at Mississippi State, 11 a.m. In Starkville, Mississippi. Ole Miss favored by 7.5 from ESPN Bet. Rest in peace, ESPN Bet.
Penn Gaming.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
I'll sell you your company back for $1.
Right.
Thank you.
Give me the dogs.
What's the spread? 7?
Minus 7.5.
The 7 speaks volumes, right?
It does. It's literally this situation around it.
It would be 14.5.
Right. Give me the dogs. In Stark Vegas, they get to play because this is what they LSU gets to go play spoiler. Mississippi State's looking at this saying, we get to not only play spoiler on their playoff chances.
Get to ruin your franchise.
We get to beat Ole Miss, 1 win, right? They want to do that more than anything else. 2, keep them out the playoff. 3, they lose their coach.
They're playing for a lot.
And
another little, I guess, sidebar to this is Jeff Levy.
Right. Former Kiffin OC. But I'll also say, and this will be the alternative I'll take.
If there's anybody,
if you're Lane Kiffin,
he could put 50 on your head.
This would be the best pitch for Kiffin would be this game where the noise is as loud as it's ever been. The announcement's coming the next day.
Of what? We don't know. Just an announcement.
Right. And then you go out there and your team just dominates against a lesser opponent. And then it's like, oh.
Yeah, playoff.
Of course this is who LSU wants.
What do you prefer for LSU?
Ole Miss win.
Really?
I'm that confident in LSU's ability to get Lane Kiffin to Baton Rouge that I'm not putting pressure on Mississippi State to.
You don't think that Ole Miss rallies the troops and goes, look, we made a massive mistake. We're sorry. You won the Egg Bowl 52-10. And we now have a college football playoff. We have a bye. Or it's either a bye or a home game, and you continue to ride this thing out. And
I agree.
They come to their senses in a way.
It is safer for LSU if Mississippi State wins.
That's what I want. Because I'm not going to judge Lane Kiffin on an Egg Bowl loss. They will.
Right, of course they will.
It's the Egg Bowl.
And there will be conversations around it like, well, if this pops up around LSU and the Alabama job gets open, he'll start losing games for you.
Well, and it's the good riddance. They won't have anything left to care about.
Right.
They'll be like, good, of course he lost. Good, get him out of here.
That's what I don't want.
That's what I want.
No, I want them to hurt that he's.
Oh, no, that's still pain.
Right, but they're gonna play themselves into, actually we don't want him. He just lost this game.
He can't even win the Egg Bowl.
No. I want him to win the Egg Bowl. I want you
and then leave.
I want you to be in the college football playoff and your coach not be here because he's at LSU. That's the biggest FU to Ole Miss possible. We're that much better than you that your coach leaves you on your wedding day.
And you don't get to get married.
To come to hang out with us.
Yeah. I don't want to, just because college football is a fickle mistress.
But I know it's risky.
The longer you take, the more things that happen, and you go, people eventually will come to their senses.
Right.
And Ole Miss, like, you won the Egg Bowl, we're at a playoff. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
We can apologize.
Very possible.
Or if he loses, like, kick him out.
Right.
Good, we were right.
No, it's much safer for LSU.
Yes, so go.
If Mississippi State wins.
Give me the cowbells,
So you're gonna
please.
take the cowbell.
Jesus Christ. Let's put this thing to bed. If there's not an announcement Saturday, I don't know what we do.
If there's no announcement Saturday, I'm going to coach LSU football next year. I'm just going to fill out the application. I'm going to submit it and see what happens, you know?
Is that how it is? Equal employment opportunity? Anybody can get it?
Anybody can get it. You heard Frank.
Anybody can get
Get
it.
between those lines, anybody can get it. Another game on
Imagine
Friday.
coaching the team.
Georgia at Georgia Tech.
Huge game.
Georgia favored by 13.5 points.
Too many.
Big game. I would definitely take Georgia Tech covering. But it's a big game.
But this is also a Kirby Smart
Well, it's
special.
KirbySmart.com.
Where he gets you and just puts you in a barrel.
Well, this is where he announces himself that
Because nobody's talked about Georgia.
We're still Georgia, right? You Georgia Tech, GT.
That's fun.
They can have.
Ramblin' Wreck.
This is who we are. We're gonna put our foot down, and
Little brother.
you've got no air. Give me.
They're
Georgia.
terrifying.
Give me the Bulldogs. That's at 2:30. At 6:30 p.m., Texas A&M at Texas. Aggies favored by 2.5.
As much as we give the, I don't know if this goes to the College Football Playoff Committee or whoever is in charge of college football. I don't know. This is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Like this last week, all these games have implications.
Right? No. Like that, and the interesting one with A&M Texas is like, this is kind of Texas A&M's opportunity. And I know I've said this multiple times, but like,
Take the state.
are you a real team or not? Like A&M, you always like. I look at this thing and I'm like, A&M's they're gonna drop one.
They do it every year.
Do it every year.
Usually it's LSU that does that to them.
Right.
And I am not the as much as you hate Ole Miss, I didn't really give a whoop, I'll say, about A&M when they entered the conference. I was like, don't care.
Right.
And then you saw the 18 overtime game and the painting in the cups. It's like, I fucking hate these
No, I'm with
people.
you. I'm with you.
And so yeah, even if I can't spoil it, I'd like to see somebody else spoil it.
The
I don't
two
like
teams-
Texas either,
The
but
two teams I hate losing to the most is Ole Miss and Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, Alabama.
Nah, I got used to it.
Oh,
I mean, I don't like losing to them, but at some point, I mean, when you're me and you became sentient in 2011, I got one win and then a whole lot of losses. So it's kind of like, look at.
yeah. See,
I mean, there's a long period of time, those 8 years from 11 to 19, where it was like.
I was there. I went to all of
I don't
them.
even need to watch it. I did.
I kept going to Alabama. After 2011, I was like,
Right.
I'll go back.
No, I went to Alabama in 2013.
Me too.
Yeah, I was there.
Brutal.
J.C. Copeland fumble.
He did. On the one.
35-17, I think was the final score.
But before that, she was that changes the game, obviously.
Yep.
And don't mind the play call.
No, great play
You
call.
can't be J.C. Copeland for a
Just
yard
don't-
any time of the day.
Don't fumble it. And then 11 a.m. on Saturday, Ohio State. Oh, give me A&M over Texas. I think they're a very good football team.
What's
I
going
think
on with
A&M
Sark?
I think he's going.
New York?
I think he's leaving. Yeah.
Is that where you
I
about
think
Lane?
he's taking an NFL job. Huh?
Is that where you about Lane?
About him taking an NFL gig?
No, Texas.
Oh, no.
Who are they going to get then? That's the biggest swing. I mean,
Right.
if you look at LSU and Texas, you go, "Phew, not quite the playing field as LSU Florida or LSU Ole Miss.
No,
LSU
not at
Texas
all.
is on par.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Texas is, some would say better job.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know who Texas would go after.
Saban.
I mean, they would, obviously. Everyone's going to call.
Everybody got a call.
Everybody's got a call.
That was the funniest thing. We came to that realization with Cobble. We're like,
I mean,
as
everybody.
far fetched as this is, you feel
have
like a
to
fool
call.
if you don't call.
Up, raised back. Well, first off, we have Jerry Morrison, $2 super chat. Lane STTDB tweet will break the internet.
That would be awesome.
And then Ray pops back in with $20 super chat. No way my boys block me on chat. Shaking my head anyways. Hold that tiger.
That's a different one.
No, that's just. I think. I mean,
No, it was Ray Lynn.
I know, but I think that's the same. I think it's.
Yeah, that was an odd.
You can have multiple. Well, Ray, I mean, you didn't really give us much of a choice here.
No, yeah, don't do what you did.
Just don't, don't bring.
But do what you did just now.
Yeah, I appreciate the $20, but don't, just Seville, don't disrespect him like that. Ohio State at Michigan, 11 a.m.
And also,
on
you're
Saturday.
wrong.
Yeah, and you're not right. Ohio State at Michigan, 11 a.m. on Saturday. Give me the Buckeyes. Finally,
Really?
over the hump.
I think this is Bryce Underwood's statement game.
Really? I don't want that.
Why?
Oh, it made me upset.
I want to watch it. I'm not mad at him.
No, me neither.
I already convinced myself that I like him, and I can't get on the other side of it. It's not his fault.
I want him to succeed, but I want him to understand that Michigan was the wrong choice.
Well, he's the one that said he knows that.
The fact that he's on par for on pace for 8 touchdown passes.
Those are good ones. He said, he goes, why am I going to go to Michigan? They can't develop a quarterback. Look at J.J. McCarthy, 9. That guy.
9, whatever. Yeah,
imbecile.
Let's see, what else do we have?
Stephen NL4GM, 10.5, I believe, LSU.
Vandy
Oklahoma.
at Tennessee.
Tennessee feels like they're a dumpster fire right now. I don't know why.
I don't know, they just dog walk Florida.
I know, but they're just
Shows you how much of a dumpster fire Florida is.
they're just bizarre behavior over there.
Give me Vandy. Pull off the upset.
Pavia?
Yep. You know who's worse than Pavia?
His mother.
His mom. Oh, gosh. The biggest game in the
Would you not go be like, Mom, no.
Where
Don't ride the pole.
Right?
I mean, can we not?
The upset I'm putting my money on is the nightcap, 6:30 p.m. on ABC. The good old Iron Bowl. Alabama at Auburn with Alabama's lives on the line. Give me Coach Durkin and the Tigers. Give me Auburn over Alabama to end their lives Saturday night. Injured.
I don't want that either because then Lane could go to Alabama.
You think they get rid of DeBoer?
Yeah.
Think he takes the Penn State job?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think if there's 2 threats to LSU, it's not Florida, it's not Ole Miss, it's Texas and Alabama.
Right. No, I agree. Those are the two that. If you're a Southern coach, those are the two that you would put at the highest pedestal. So we'll see how it ends up shaking out. We've got a big couple of days ahead of us. The next time you see us live will be in Golf Suites, 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. LSU versus Oklahoma, 2:30 p.m. kick. You can join us there in person at Golf Suites or just tune in right here on Tingle & Co. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we go live. If there's anything that pops over the next couple of days, we will do emergency streams. So be prepared over the next few days what could happen over the Thanksgiving holiday. We appreciate all of you. And happy Thanksgiving to you all. It is Thanksgiving Eve. We are extremely thankful for all that you mean to us. Hunter Hall, extremely thankful for you. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. He does say if DeBoer loses to Auburn, he's gone.
Do you want Lane?
Hunter doesn't want Lane. He's been very vocal about
Why?
About Lane being the same guy he's always been.
Yeah, what's that, a national championship winning coordinator? Right?
We appreciate all of you. Happy Thanksgiving. I think it's time for us to connect.
Because we have one more thing to do.
Athletically.
So we need to get out here a little bit early.
We do have to get out just a little bit earlier.
I have no idea what to do for this. I'm over my skis.
Sabron, we have a lot on the schedule today.
I told you all yesterday. We have
the Roe cooking show.
Yeah, Cooking with Roe. And my mother, which is an interesting dynamic because I mean, we're all picturing it. I don't want to I wouldn't mind. But the cooking show will be electric. I just don't know what I'm doing. I thought they had camera. I think we have to bring the whole thing. Like that.
Right.
I thought they had stuff there. Because I've seen them do it before at Red Stick Spice. They had like a whole, like a cooking show.
Right.
And I thought that's what we were doing. And it was kind of like, oh, we'll go participate. Now it feels like we're doing a production. And I'm not comfortable. Because I don't know how it works over there. So we're going to have to get there early.
What we're walking into.
But we will Get it done.
Yep. I also have basketball practice
At
10 a.m.
oh god, so yeah, we need to hustle. Fuck. In Central?
Hunter Hall, I've missed a lot this week, and that's on me, but just now I've consumed all of the content.
Thank you.
Well, good, Hunter. We appreciate you. $10 super chat. Thank you, Hunter.
Thank you.
Wiz Actual, a $2 super chat.
Oh,
Nothing attached to it, but
thank you.
we appreciate it.
2 claps ready.
We appreciate you guys. It's been a fun 3 days, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Wiz Actual, here we go. I don't want to hear a Central grad talk about onside kicks and fumbles after that Central EA playoff game. Hey. Wildcats still pulled it out.
What
Central High
happened?
School versus Zachary this Friday night. Round, quarterfinals.
Again, going back to back.
This is a big, I tell you what, the game on Friday is going to be a huge one.
You going?
Of course.
Central King.
This is the thing, right? Zachary is kind of like has been the Alabama to Central's LSU. Like, you could never really
Get over the hump.
You could put together really good seasons.
And then
when
there's always...
I was in high school, all 4 years, never beat Zachary. Didn't beat them until the first time. Last year was the first time they beat Zachary. In I don't even remember. I think the last time was like 2014, 15, something like that. 2014, been almost 10 years. Now you've beaten Zachary this season in the regular season, and you're going to face off in the quarterfinals. It's going to be a big one. They also beat us in the state championship basketball game last year. So, it's a big one on Friday. If you're around C-Town, find your way to the Cat House.
Oh,
Come on now.
is that what y'all call it?
Of course. Wildcat Stadium. I did see the EA touch the ball first on the onside kick. I remember that. I didn't get a good look at it, so I don't know, Wiz. I don't know if it was or not, but hey. I'll tell you who's a dog. Remember that O-lineman from EA? Bryson Martinez, the LSU commit?
Oh, yeah.
They play him at tight end, quarterback, wide receiver,
seen
running back.
that.
Dude, he threw a touchdown, caught a touchdown.
Ran for a
touchdown. And also last year, EA Central basketball playoffs, he caught a rebound off the rim, took it coast to coast, and dunked it. I was like, yeah, let's make sure the Tigers can hold on to this guy. Let's see. Mavericks, Rangers, SMU. Or maybe not. I'll give you the credit there, Wiz. Bryson Martinez is a dog. That is a player.
Okay, what'd you say? Sorry, I was doing a little damage control.
It's all good. I believe. What else is in Virginia? James Madison.
Richmond?
SMU. There you go. Yeah.
What is that? I mean, it just feels right.
Yeah. Cubs. Yeah. And then Broncos.
All horses. Oh, 4.
Bang.
Nice.
Bang. Hunter Hall, $10 super chat.
Ah.
Hear me out on all this. Lincoln leaves USC for Texas. Sark to the NFL. DeBoer to USC. Kane to Arkansas. Grubb to Washington. Widespread Pete, Ole Miss, Summer, Auburn, Alabama, and LSU. Who and who? Roll Tide. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There we go. We connected athletically. We're going to get out of here early. We appreciate everybody joining us. Thanksgiving Eve edition. We've got some other stuff on the line. We appreciate all of you. Extremely thankful for everything, how you've supported us through these first couple of months of Tingle & Co. We're excited for what the future has for us. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Eat some good food. Take a good nap. Watch some good football. We'll be back Saturday, 2:30 p.m.